Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to Awaken Creators and welcome to another fabulous Bob Ross Friday. How was your week last week? Or I guess this past week and last weekend? If you recall, from that last reading, we were called and asked to be brave and allow the changes in our lives to take place and not resist them. We were asked to take a more objective perspective on our past and not attach to it and let it go. Allow ourselves to walk away from it, essentially. So I'm curious to know if that was a challenge for you. If it was a breeze, I can say from personal experience it's a bit of a challenge for me. But just like Bob said, that was our bravery test. So as we move into this next weekend and week, the energies are going to continue to shift. We're going to continuously be asked to step more and more into this new way of being so that we can really show up for our passions and for our heart and our creativity. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. I've got Mr. Bob Ross right here with us. And I got my little skull blanket on my chair. I'm ready for Halloween. It's October 1st. The weather's finally changing here where I live, and I'm just really excited. I have some family coming to visit soon, so I am just trying to really get cozy, get in that cozy fall atmosphere. So here we go. Thank you all for being here, and thank you, Bob, for being here. And we're going to ask for some guidance going into this weekend and into next week. And what messages would be of the highest and greatest good for us to know, to contemplate, to remind ourselves of. Let's see what we have coming our way. Ooh, that didn't take long. I swear this card is haunting me. It's the 10 of Clubs or the 10 of Wands. Here we are on a beautiful mountaintop. This would be a good place for my little squirrel to live. So again, I think we've had this card in the past. So may still be dealing with a little bit of overwhelm, a little bit of monkey mind or squirrel mind. And that's normal. Anytime you're approaching the end of a cycle or the end of a particular way of being, you can tend to start to see some of those patterns come up. Right when you're at the finish line, right? If you've ever run a race or, just even got on the treadmill and tried to push yourself a little harder than usual, right when you get to that last, you're about to be done with your goal, it gets really hard. I think that that's the energy right now. So let's see what else. 4 of Diamonds. 8 of Clubs. Interesting. Okay, so here we have, next to this 10 of Clubs, we have the 4 of Diamonds, and it says, that's a crooked tree. We'll send him to Washington. That's a crooked tree. We'll send him to Washington. Now, if you don't get the joke Bob's making, it's because they do a lot of lumber work up in Washington. And, we might have started to notice some crooked trees. And we're really ready to get get rid of these crooked trees. These things that we know we're holding on to with this Four of Pentacles, which can be a resistance energy. And, you know, it's time, I think, Bob's showing us that we let those things go and we move forward, you know, and send those trees off. So the next card that we have, we've got the Eight of Wands. And it says, now, Lynn, let's wash the old brush. That's the fun part of this whole technique, okay? Shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. There we go. That's what we're talking about here, folks. The Eight of Wands. We're talking about washing out the old. We're talking about really letting go of and releasing that which is not serving us anymore. And with regards to all these wands, because we've got a 10 of Wands, we've got an 8 of Wands, you know, these things can be related to like doing energy, action energy, could be related to eco energy, could be related to productivity, belief systems, passions, creativity. So, you know, if you are trying to really shift out of an old mindset or an old way of doing, it's going to take a little bit of time, but this really feels good. These cards feel great. They feel like this is the end here. We've got a 10 of Clubs. We're going to ship off our little squirrel. We've got the 4 of Diamonds. We're going to send that tree off to Washington. Like, we're done with it. We don't need it anymore. We're not going to clench on to it any longer. We're not going to hold ourselves restricted any longer. And then Bob's reminding us that the fun part of a lot of this is that we get to clean our brush. We get to choose again. We get to get rid of, and, you know, for, you know, using Bob's words, beat the devil out of ourselves and, you know, get rid of those things that are holding us back. And what is that? That energy, that devil energy, if you study the Tarot, is an illusion of control that we have bestowed upon ourselves. So this can be that we believe and we give power to something outside of ourselves. So this could be that you believe and give power to a job, that you believe and give power to another person, that you believe and give power to your fears. And Bob is reminding us that, you know, we get to wash that all out. We get to beat all of that devil energy out of us. We get to reclaim our power here. We get to reestablish what we want to do and how we want to move forward. Because this 8 of Clubs or 8 of Wands is a move forward kind of energy. So I feel like, you know, just looking at these 3 cards together, we've got the 10 of Clubs, you know, we're carrying all this overwhelm. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, we're all, you know, holding tight. And then if we just let go of those things, stick that squirrel in the tree, ship it off to Washington, get rid of it, wash out our old brush, we get to flow forward with this 8 of Wands energy. So that is what I feel like we're really being encouraged to do. And I even see here through the artwork in the background, we've got this big mountain, and so it could really feel like you're just at the crest of this mountain where you're really about to break through. And then, you know, we go through the forest. Let me just show you this image. If you can move beyond the words and see the images in the background, make sure you can see. We move through the forest and we break through. Look at this beautiful, it's like you break through the edge of the forest and there's this beautiful lake and this beautiful space just awaiting for you there. Anything else there, Bob? I feel like we just need one more. He wants to talk more about this Eight of Wands. There's something else here. What is it? As we move forward, whoa, that one jumped out. Isn't that fantastic? I knew you could do it. Look at that. It's like victory is assured. This is what I'm talking about, that climbing the top of that mountain, that moving through the forest, and that bursting out into that open, expansive space. And Bob is like, look, you did it. I knew you could do it. It's fantastic. This is a Three of Diamonds or Three of Pentacles, which in just my own study of the tarot, when I look at this card in the traditional deck, it's a card of co-creation for me. It's a card of allowing yourself and your higher wisdom and, your ego, your mind, your emotion, your higher wisdom, the universe, or God, whatever you want to call it, all of you working together. Is this working together to build this beautiful thing? And, we have that opportunity at all times to do that. Whether or not we accept it is another question, right? Because we can easily move back into this Four of Pentacles, clenched, closed, unavailable energy. But we don't need to do that, because all of those crooked trees, we can just ship those off. We don't need them. We can have learned from them, but we don't need to hang on to them. We can let them go. Yeah, I think that's just beautiful. So we're going to burst out. And this scene as well is like stepping out of the forest, and then there's this beautiful view and beautiful mountain. So with that said, and this energy feels real quiet and gentle, you're almost there. You are almost there. You are so close to breaking through whatever it is that you are facing. You are so close. You are so close. And you have an opportunity here to really end this cycle, drop all of these, things that you've been holding on to, and break through to the other side. And you will do it. You will do it. You will absolutely do it if you surrender to the wisdom of this co-creative process, and you allow yourself to move through this final stretch of the race, rather than trying to do it all on your own. So you're not alone. Bob loves you. The universe loves you. I love you. And I hope you love you. I kind of sound like Richard Simmons here, but I hope you love you. I hope that you show up for yourself. I hope that you realize that you can be and are your best friend, your most wonderful companion and coach and support system, and really be that for yourself during this time. Because if you do that, if you show up for yourself, if you really let this stuff go, then I think that you will find yourself on the other side of something absolutely fabulous. So keep going. You're almost there. And if you struggle at all during that time, then that's what Awakened Creators is here to be for you, is a place for you to share. So send me a private message. Don't be shy. Or you can comment on this video about what you're going through and allow the other creatives in this family to surround you with support and love. And as always, if you need to rewatch this video midweek and remind yourself, I do it all the time. Don't be afraid to do that. And otherwise, I hope you have a fabulous and fantastic weekend, and into this next week, really break on through to the other side and realize how powerful you truly are. I love you. Bye-bye.